Oi, what is the closest thing to closure? Somebody once said, Peter, I have come to the conclusion that the world is crazy. Everything that's going on, I shouldn't even want to fight it. I shouldn't want it to be any other way than the way it is. And the quicker you realize, Peter, that the world is crazy, the more you can sort of cleverly medicate yourself and move on with your life. To me, that was the closest thing without somebody being pretentious, right? And finding closure in this world. Well, there's another way I have come across years later, but that I always thought that was funny, that somebody would willingly medicate themselves in order to deal with the world problems and have no have no urgency to sort of change it or save the world, but just accept it as the way it is. The world is crazy. I'm crazy. I'm just gonna medicate myself accordingly and go away when the time comes. Bro, that shit used to give me chills and the sort of like even now thinking about it, I'm laughing when my mate said that. But in a way, weird way, bro, that is closure. It may not be closure in that they are still medicating themselves, and you can't argue that they've found peace because to me, total peace or closure would be getting rid of everything. So an awakened man would have no need for drugs, have no need for relationships, as they would not be lonely. The insight that there is no one else other than them shatters everything, you know, and it brings you closure. You don't ever worry about where you're going, where you came from, because death and birth are the same. You no longer sort of live with worry, because to worry is to create some sort of an individual. There has to be somebody there. But closure comes once you realize that there's nobody there. There's nothing to fight. There's no one to fight. You're just there by yourself, and well, you're sort of a unmovable force that you can't even move yourself. And you found closure, and the closure brings you immense peace that there's nothing else for you to do than to just exist and wait your time out. But then there's the other thought I was telling you. This page is named after a man called some crazy divine guru called Drukpa Kunley. So I named this page Peter Kunley. You see, after Drukpa Kunley, who realized even though he was awake, he loves sex and he loves. I am not making this up, by the way. These are not my word. He loves pussy. Okay, I realized, oh, hold on a minute. This is some form of closure. We don't have to be awakened gurus, master like Shiva. Meditate so deep you become one with everything, and you just immerse yourself into this whatever spirit world where you are just one with everything and nothing else tempts you. Drukpa Kundli and my mate who medicates himself. My mate loves the medication. Drukpa Kunli loves pussy. What do I like? I don't know. I haven't figured out yet. But once I figured it out, it gave me immense closure that we all have some sort of a choice in this, bro. Once you see, or the realization hits you, well, how do you want to play in this playground? It's up to you. And that gave me immense closure because there's nowhere you're going, nowhere you're coming. None of these weird shit, bro. The language is even hard for me now to discuss this. So you might be somebody who, once you realize this is a beautiful playground, you can then decide to play and double and dip and double and whatever you like. And that to me gives me a lot of closure. It's the closest thing to closure without trying too hard to change yourself anyway.